All right, so I uh, I did my Crystal Mirror Space experience yesterday. I had a client. My clients were it was this really cute couple, really super cool folks. Um, and yeah, it was a trip because the guy. This is the first time, and I don't think this will ever happen. We were like doppelgangers. He had long dreads. We were like the same everything. You know what I mean? Um, he was like a more handsome version, and he was bigger, big dude, like kind of not even big, but like bigger than me. That's not saying a lot. But they were so nice. They were super cool, and I uh, I did the song that they asked for. They asked for "The Beautiful Ones" by Prince, right? And even though I had played it like 10 years ago, I had like an instrumental version of it, but I forgot all of it basically, And now I was doing it with the lyrics and whatnot, singing into the vocoder. Um, it was such a trip because I essentially learned it the day before, like looked up the lyrics and the chords and started playing it on the piano, trying to like um, get it, because when I sing it, I have to know how to play the keys of it in the sense that I sing it into a vocoder, which just takes my voice and then translates it into whatever I play on this keyboard. Um, and that's amazing. I do it so frequently now, as an everyday, constantly figuring out songs, that it's become pretty natural. And even like, okay, so today's client, um, who is it? It's this couple. She asked. This was a trip because usually they tell me a lot of people. Like I've had clients where they told me like 50 artists. I was like, but this one only told me like 10 or something. Just like a screenshot of like her Spotify playlist. And what was amazing though, it all just seems so synchronistic. This is all so magical, and that one of the songs, even though there was only 10, two were Sade songs, and one of them is one that I do, which is No Ordinary Love. That's my song. I've been doing that. But it's just like no. But then she also asked for Your Love Is King, right? Which I hadn't done. Like I do this one song's heavy, like it's one of my songs, and the others, I was actually surprised. I was like, oh, I'm surprised I haven't done that because I do like Sweetest Taboo, um, Cherish the Day, Smooth Operator, and so But then it was almost like the universe is like, you know what, you should add this. I'll send you a client. They'll ask for it. You'll learn it. Because I even have this songbook, the Sade songbook of her greatest song hits. I got it at Archambault in Montreal, Canada, when I lived in Montreal. Actually, no, I got it when I visited Montreal after I had lived there. I went in 2008 for a month, and I kicked it with my homie DJ Horg. And yeah, so like yeah, I was surprised. Like, oh, Your Love Is King isn't on this. I would have thought. I just assumed it was. It's sort of like the songbook where, there's other songs on there that I'm meaning to learn. Like, eventually, I want to learn the whole book. Like, there's like 10 songs, and I know like 4 or 5 or something. You know what I mean? These Sade songs. So anyway, today's client, she asked for it was literally like just like yesterday, where it was like, oh, okay, I don't know that song, but I know by that artist, but I know these other super obvious songs by that artist, but I'll learn that one, and then I'll play both. It was such a trip. It was because it's kind of incredible for me anyway, like that. These clients are hitting me up sometimes with like 2 days notice, two, three, even 1 day notice, and I still pull it off. But it's like, of course, I have to put in all the time and energy. And yesterday was tough because can you hear the birds? So cute. I'm over here with Manny, about to take him to the park. Um, wow, bird chirping is so trippy. They stopped. Um, so yeah, so today's client, she also asked for Lauren Hill, and I never really did Lauren Hill, but I do a few Fuji's songs, but it's like Lauren Hill, Like I do Fuji La, ooh la la la, that one, and then but I do it. I used to do it instrumental, but now I do it with the vocoder, or I'm doing it for them with the vocoder, and then I do "Ready or Not, Here I Come," that one by Fugees. Anyway, she asked for "Can't Take My Eyes Off of You" by Lauryn Hill, right? And um, I was like, in my mind, I'm thinking like, damn, okay, maybe I'll learn it. I don't know. But anyway, it's today, and I actually started learning it yesterday. You know, like it's today that they're coming through. Fortunately, they're not coming until 7. Like, it's I have it listed as 3 to 5 because at my previous studio at the Honey Hive Gallery, there were shows at like 7. So by 6, the bands were loading in. So I was like, oh, they should be out of there by. So I never changed it, and I need to change it. I don't know. It's like it works. I figure whatever. It says 3 to 5, but whatever time they say is fine. But there's just so much involved, and it's like random little tweaks like that. I'm like, and the thing is now I'm getting clients every day I get booked. So I'm like, I don't. I mean, it's a good problem to have for sure, you know. But anyway, so I learned um, Lauryn Hill. Can't take my eyes off of you. It was kind of surreal because in my mind I was thinking like, oh my god, like it's a really beautiful song. But I was like, damn, can like usually it takes me a long time to memorize the lyrics, and I mean I don't memorize it. I put it in a or as I'm trying to memorize it, I have an iPod Touch that I keep with me with all my lyrics and the notes. Do I have it on me? I don't even think I got it on me. Oh, that's at home charging. But anyway, it's like for each client, I make a whole like notes. Like, okay, this song, it's this keyboard, and but here's the chords, and remember that for the solo, go to this setting. Like it's like a, you know, it'll tell you like the name, like the dials and the A or B, whatever, right? It's the micro Korg. And even if I think I know it, it helps to have it there because once the client is there and I'm like, I'm, you know, trying to like not blank. It looks even if I were just I just glance at the notes, I'll put the lyrics right there too, so I don't have to go back and forth to where the lyrics are. You know, it's and occasionally like I'll show my clients like, oh, by the way, here's the notes I did for you because it'll say like their name, you know, Chris Murray Space Experience, you know, it'll say their name on top, and then they'll see. Um, Now that I'm including lyrics, they're usually pretty surprised at how long it is because they keep scrolling, and it scrolls for like 2 minutes because I'm like, and you know, it has all this the lyrics as well, like my shorthand for the settings on the Chaos pad or pads because I have one on the floor and one on my table, and then you know, like I'll find a cool setting that goes with the song, and I'll be like, oh, but if I you know, I'll forget what it is, or like, especially the keyboard. I have to really, for every sound you know, I bring in, I have to like remember, and sometimes it'll be slightly different volume. Like one sound will come kind of loud, so I have to remember to turn it down. Or for some songs, like when I put the vocoder on, I have to remember to pitch it down, or else it depends on the song. It's just, there's a lot to remember, right? And it's exciting though. Like I'm noticing this thing that happens where I'll be like worried, like what am I gonna do? I mean, I figure, okay, like there is no set for them right now. I gotta figure out a set. I hope I can figure something out. And then, like that song, like yesterday, "Can't Take My Eyes Off of You" by Lauryn Hill. I was low key shook, like thinking, damn, this one has it modulates. It has like kind of a lot of chords. Um, Meaning like it's totally doable, but like in a day, like I'll know it tomorrow which is today, when they arrive. But it felt like magic because I started doing it. I found the chords online and like, and even playing the line, I pretty much played it the first time through. I was like, okay, I'm reading the lyrics and I'm like playing it on the keyboard on the micro Korg, and like what it came out beautiful. So anyway, I can't get too overconfident. I have to go practice it right now more because even though I got it, I was getting it last night. In my mind, I was like, okay, I'll just go practice today. I have time, but yeah, nice unicorn. She had a unicorn backpack. Um, and so yeah, it was I'm stoked. I'm really stoked. But I mean, whatever. Yesterday was crazy, yo. Like, so in the morning, whatever. I have a flat tire, and I'm like, oh, okay, I had to go take care of that. But in my mind, I was like, had that time to go practice for my client. And I go, I take care of it, and I'm kind of tired, but I'm doing it. I'm like drinking my coffee, and I'm like, okay, like I'm gonna okay, whatever. So I go to my studio. I practice my ass off. I go over the set. I go over it again. I go over the new songs, especially. I come back to like um, the beautiful ones because I'm like, damn, like um, it's so new. I'm like, okay, I got it. It's got the three parts. It was so weird. It was such a so weird, but it worked out. It worked out. I mean, of course, it wasn't. I mean, I thought it came out pretty good because I pretty much it was only at the end, the very last part, where I was like, oh shit, like a minor hiccup for a second, but like I turned like the last part where it goes, where it does those three power chords, and it's like all Prince at the very end of the beautiful ones. I turned the bass into like a dubstep, so it was like wah, 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 wah. It was like the, but it was dope. And then I had the and I also did Iron Man. That rocked, yo. Like I did Iron Man by Black Sabbath for them over this new this new beat. Like I just found this guy. I don't remember. There's Gizmo. This rapper I've been messing with called Gizmo. Um, I think he might be affiliated with Spider Gang. I don't know, but it's like it kind of came up. Like I watch a lot of Spider Gang, and in Apple Music too. Like it recommends it because. Anyway, I used that beat and I did Iron Man by Black Sabbath, and I had done it like a year ago, so it was kind of not exactly fresh in my mind, but I already had the lyrics for it. Since they wanted Black Sabbath, I gave them that song, and it was it was legit, yo. Like it's such a blessing that like this gig I've taken on forces me to be fluent in like to consistently refresh my catalog of G mixes, because like it literally takes hella hours, and I wouldn't just kind of do those hours if it but unless I had a specific reason, which is this reason. So yeah, now I'm excited to add new songs like this song. I'm so out of it 'cause I'm so tired from that. It was so tiring. No, then what happened was like 15 minutes before they were supposed to get there, I so I record the sessions. Like I record it with my phone, but like with direct audio using this small device called a Tascam IXZ, which allows that plugs into my mixer, and this has like a 1/8 inch out. So like with the adapter, I plug it into my iPhone, and it records the sound directly. So I'm like, I usually when I practice for my sets, because I have much more time. I'm like, what? Let me record a video. Let me record me playing the song, and then like I'll upload that, but I'll post it. But I find that it often or always takes me hella tries to get it right. And I'm like, oh, I'm glad I'm kind of recording this because this is good practice. Like, oh, I thought I had it, but look at me. I'm like, that one part always catches me. But this time I was so worried about just practicing. I wasn't recording anything. I was like, oh, whatever. I'll record it when they get. So 15 minutes before they get there, I'm like, oh, okay. I better set up the Tascam IXZ, like at least so I can just plug it in. I realized I had left it at home because Friday night, one of those nights, I played on Quarantapalooza, so and I didn't even use it for that. It was crazy. I had to because I have to do that from home because that's where I have the Ethernet cable, the good internet. I do it from my room, but it looks like the Crystal Mirror space as well because that's just how I do it. And I had left it in my room, right, the Tascam. Yeah, and I was already in my suit. I was already in my spacesuit, so like I had to rush home like crazy and run in, and thank God it was there. I grabbed it, brought it back with I made it back with like 10 minutes. They were gonna arrive in like 10 minutes. And the ironic thing too was that so I was like, oh, thank God I have it, and I'm gonna record because that would have sucked. But the ironic thing was something happened anyway. I plugged it in and I did the thing, but it didn't record. It didn't record. Like it didn't. Sometimes it gets loose, or I don't know what happens, but it didn't. it didn't take. So they actually got a recording of it, but it wasn't the direct awesome sound. But it was still good enough. That's one thing I noticed because I let them watch it. They were so into it. My clients yesterday, and they loved it. And I told them what happened. I was like, "Yo, this is what happened." And look, it didn't even record it. Like, and they were like, "Oh no, it's good. Like you can't even tell because I have it so loud and there's no other noise, besides I have a fan on to like create so that all the mylar is like shaking and moving. It looks so trippy all around me. It's like this moving. And plus it's more uh, refreshing, I guess you could say, because there's a fan, more air circulation, all that. Um, but yeah, anyway, so those were my clients. Yesterday. Then I got my clients today, and then yeah, and then I took all next week off because this is just getting crazy and like I have so many bookings. It's silly. It's like hard to prepare for each one. It's just crazy. But I've been fast at it, but I have no choice but to be fast at it because I'm getting so many. And like yesterday was tough because I had to. I was tired as hell already. I was like really drained from having done the whole thing for these clients and running around doing this, that, and the other. I even went to Guitar Center. No, that. Yup, I went to Guitar Center after that. After everything all was said and done, because I had to get a cable and I don't know. I'd just be on one, and so like, so after all that, I still went to my studio and practiced. I wanted to just fall asleep and finally go to sleep early. It wasn't gonna happen. I went to my studio. Man, this girl was walking up the hill by herself with a mask on, like looking all exasperated. I ain't gonna show her anything, but like, there's like no one for like 50 feet. It's just bizarre to me. They look like so demented. You know what I mean? Like the fear and the neuroticism is off the chain. Anyway, so what was I saying? Anyway, whatever. I'm out of it. But I gotta get on it though. I'm about to go practice. About to take Manny to the park, and and then it's on. But thank God they don't arrive till 7. So it was supposed to be that I had another client from 3 to 5, and then them from 7 to 9. But that client, fortunately, they were super cool. It's actually one of my neighbors or someone that lives like a block away or so. Really, really nice couple. They have a little child, and I walk by their house sometimes when I'm walking by Manny, and then the lady, like Manny, ran into their house one time. So, Fitz smelled food, so he went in there. Here, I'll show Manny because everyone always likes to see him. What up? Say hi, Manny. And so, anyway, I'm so excited to do their experience. So they booked it. They booked her and her husband booked it, and she told me the songs. She told me Fleetwood Mac Dreams. So I was like, that's what's so beautiful about all this is that like, of course that was like on my list. Like, oh yeah, I should do that one. What is this person doing? Okay. Oh, they stopped in the middle. Whatever. And so, and it's funny because in my mind I was like, it's always harder in my mind. Once I start doing it and I start doing or maybe I'm just getting better at it at doing the keyboard vocal thing because that one practically in 1.5 takes and I was already like, oh, I got this. I can, because I have to sing it, but also it was more. I had a harder time with more, not harder time, but it was more about learning the lyrics because I can, but the actual musical part of it came quite naturally. It just felt like it flows, um, very very naturally, and so I can't wait for that. Like, because that was so nice, and they like booked it, and like I said, I don't really know people in this neighborhood like that. People aren't actually friendly or outgoing or anything like that. They're like kind of to themselves. They're scared. They're like their dogs are more friendly than them. The dogs are always like, "Hey, what's up? Hey, buddy." Like they come up and greet me, but the people generally don't. Never do. And so I was happy. I was happy that these people that lived out here in Bernal Heights are like cool like that and open and good people. So that gives me hope. And anyway, whatever. All right, this has been practically 20 minutes, so I'm gonna go stop lollygagging and go. I have to practice a good 3 hours because it's no joke. Like for me to really know it and not mess up when my clients get there. Plus, I'm filming it. I need to like, but it's beautiful. That song, I would have never in a million years. I don't really be doing Lauryn Hill like that, but I do Fuji's. Oh, that's another thing. So I'm gonna do that song, but I'm gonna sprinkle in like a couple Fugees songs, like, but you know, the Lauryn Hill part. When I say Fugees, it's like, you know, whatever, whatever. It should be fun. All right, peace out.